Welcome to Trader TV, your insight into trading for professional investors. I'm Dan Barnes. In fixed income markets, the structure is very fragmented, varying between bilateral trading and multiple different trading platforms. Traders need to leverage market data in order to paint a picture of where prices and liquidity really are. Joining me today to discuss how they do this is Daniel Mayston, Head of Electronic Trading and Market Structure at BlackRock, and Guido Galassi, Head of Cash and Data Product Management at MTS Markets. Guido, Daniel, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for having me today, Dan.
What sort of challenges do you see traders facing when they work with data today?
First of all, the reason why we need data today is to bring fragmented markets together. So choice is good, but fragmentation is a challenge when you don't have one price source, for example. Data gives you the opportunity of bringing price sources together. You're bringing liquidity sources together, venues, and that in turn allows you to route better and more efficiently. It helps you with capacity management, so you can spend your time where it really matters and use data and technology for the areas that might be a little bit more commoditized. And ultimately, it allows us to make better investment decisions, and that's what we really care about.
What are the risks for traders when they find that data is very noisy?
The main risk is that trading opportunities are lost. Noisy data is usually there during volatile market conditions. So obviously, noisy data means I cannot action my trading signals. Consistency checks can fail. So the point is to always have a firm pricing component in the data I'm using, because that guarantees better visibility on market conditions in terms of high volatility when the market becomes noisy.
What can traders do to improve the data that they're accessing?
The right mix of sources needs to be selected. Also getting data from a trusted, reliable source, really to request that whoever we're getting data from is transparent about the calculation method or the sources of data that they're distributing really does make a difference. And our job as data provider, as trading platform, especially is to, raise awareness on the type of data that's being used. Again, we cater for all types, composite, indicative, fully firm order book, deliverable basket data. So we can explain the difference among all these.
The most important starting point for me is always frame the problem. And then secondly, we need to acknowledge this is a specialist skill set. So as traders, we should build up this skill set, but we should also not be afraid to partner with the experts. And finally, I say it again and again, have a data strategy. You need to know what your end goal, what the end of the journey is. And I think that puts you on the right path of using data in the right way and supporting your execution and investment decisions.
Who within the organization actually formulates the data strategy?
We have a team which comprises a research team and the team that supports our TCA efforts, data science, everything that's electronic trading. And so we sit within the trading organization, and we are the drivers of how we use data largely. Now, we partner with the trading desks, and that's why it's so helpful that we are one and the same organization. I always like to think that as a team, we're joined by the hip with our trading partners because we're really kind of driving towards the same end goal. It's always a balance to strike. And I think it's important that you do embed the data strategy within the user group because, of course, the user group knows where the journey is going to go.
Yeah.
At the same time, we partner very strongly with our central data teams and experts as well.
What difference does having clean data make to the buy-side trader ultimately?
It reduces manual intervention in the end, so it really favors automated systematic trading. Obviously, in an RV environment, in manual trading environment, you have more time for pre-trade analysis, selecting the various data sources, understand where the data is really clean when there are doubts, obviously. Whereas in systematic trading, all those consistency checks in terms of data structure, data latency, transmission latency are done in real time. There's less time to select the cleaner data set. So clean data input really favors automated trading systems.
What can traders do to raise the bar on data quality?
I'd always recommend a few simple principles. And the first one is embrace innovation and change, and think about which skills as a trading desk you might want to acquire. And we should also remember that it doesn't mean that every trader will become a coder. It might mean that you bring the expertise to the table and you partner with others who do the coding. So I don't think we have to have too many worries around such a radical change of the job. However, there are undoubtedly new skills to be learned and change that we should embrace. I would really like all of us as market participants to push towards a market structure that works for everyone.
Guido, how do you see the use of trading data evolving, particularly sort of into market?
In the EGB space, the more automated systematic trading houses are more and more using fully firm pricing data for their activity on the EGB market itself. Recently, we've observed an intermarket correlation where the ELPs, the liquidity providers on the futures market, are also relying on ultra-low latency feeds coming from the EGB market, cash bond markets, like our MTS cash platform, to exploit that correlation and to generate alpha in a different asset class from the one that we operate in. And this is something new. We're catering for this with a product called MTS Alpha that covers the future deliverable bonds. More and more of this will be used in the near future, I believe.
That's excellent. Daniel, Guido, thank you both very much.
Thank you very much, Dan.
Thank you, Dan.
I'd like to thank Guido and Daniel for their insights today, and of course you for watching. To catch up on our other shows or to subscribe to our newsletter, go to tradertv.net.